All right, so if you are viewing this video, that means you have signed up to be a moderator. And first and foremost, we just want to thank you for donating your time. We understand that you probably all have very busy schedules, and so to take time out of those schedules to help us put on this event, it really means well. So there's a few things that you're going to need to know in order to carry out your duties as a moderator. The first one is actually updating your status to indicate that you are in fact a moderator. And this is just so that when people are looking through all of the participants, they'll know who they can turn to in the event that they have any questions or any issues. So to do this, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is take your mouse down to the center bar here, and you'll notice that there's this little area that highlights when you hover over it. It'll have your name and the fact that you're online. All you got to do is click on it. It opens up a menu. And then you'll see this is where you can add a text status. So for moderators, you simply just put the fact that you are in fact a moderator. We recommend putting it in all caps. It helps it stand out a little bit. But then once you're done with that, you just got to click anywhere outside of the menu. And you can now see in the participants tab over here that your status is updated and that you are in fact a moderator. So you're probably asking yourself, what is a moderator? Well, in NMU's virtual campus, moderators serve two functions. The first one being they act sort of as campus police in the sense that they are charged with upholding our community guidelines. Basically, they're just there to ensure that the space itself is being used properly and that nobody is abusing the space in any way, shape, or form. The other function is moderators act as a informational resource for any other participants who may have questions or concerns. Maybe they're lost and they're trying to locate a given presentation, a given building. Um, Moderators essentially are just the informational resources that people can turn to in the event that they have any questions. So next I want to talk about where our moderators are actually going to be situated. So you'll notice that in any particular room, there is actually going to be this bright orange megaphone icon. And we ask that all moderators actually stand on top of this icon because as you can see, when you do stand on top of this icon, it allows your video and your microphone, so your audio, to broadcast to everyone who is in the room, meaning that you don't necessarily have to get right up next to someone to address them. You can actually do sort of like a mass communication all at the same time by standing on this square. So it's pretty helpful for disseminating instructions and useful information. So if you are in a relatively large room, you may also notice that there is a pink telephone icon next to your moderator spotlight tab. And essentially what this is a means for you to privately communicate with any of the other moderators in the same room that you are in. And this is actually pretty helpful because sometimes you're going to get asked questions that you may not know the answer to. You may have issues that you don't know necessarily how to resolve. And so by stepping on these pink telephone tabs, bear in mind, another moderator also has to be on top of this pink telephone tab for this to work. This will essentially put you in a private space with any of the other moderators who are in that particular room, allowing you to pool your collective knowledge to troubleshoot any issues that arise.